Hey everyone. I just had a meeting this morning at 8 o'clock. So I said, well, it's going to be another hot day. And I just want to come on and do what I need to do, check in with everyone and see how everyone is doing. We have the 5 day energy of purification going, which is really cool. And today is July 22nd on a Monday. It is the blue lunar eagle. I polarize in order to create stabilizing the mind. I seal the output of vision with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of accomplishment. The color is blue. The planet is Jupiter, as well as the chakra is crown. The earth family is polar, and the message is World of Nosphere Day. And utterly clear mental field is required to create laser beam focus. I like that. So, my name is Felicia. My Taino name is Niana, and I'm Priestess Makala. Me, myself, and I are here today. So, I want to talk about something that I witnessed last night. And I remember something that was said earlier in the day. And this elder was speaking on it, and she said, be careful of people's energies, what you're listening to, who you get exposed to, that could be saying, speaking not good. Okay. So yesterday was the full moon in Capricorn. It was a pretty intense energy. And I'm really, let me sip on my cacao so I make sure I stay in that space, because what I witnessed last night was kind of interesting. It's called chaotic magic. Now, I'm giving it that title because energy is energy. And depending on how you are ruling it, using it, pushing it, it it can do your bidding. Okay? Magic. When we say magic, what is it? To be beyond a limitation. Okay? So, this energy last night was different of this person. Came onto a platform. I was like, wow, I want to hear what they have to say. And it's all about the political stuff going on. I'm not going to dive too much into it because we're talking about different timelines of stuff that's happened on different timelines and how it is showing up and playing out in front of us right now. Okay. So I'm watching this, and I had just already learned about this a week ago, about chaotic magic, how it worked. And I also learned it from my ex-husband, how he was using it. And I had never heard of those terms the way he would describe it. He called it his shadow, dark magic self. And I was like, well, why would you want to do that? He goes, sometimes you got to be like this to get things done. And I'm like, okay. So as I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, yeah, I agree with that. Then all of a sudden, I literally see the flipping of the energy, how this person's flipping it, and start saying all of this negative stuff everything you can imagine to get a rise out of everybody on the platform. And the chat was just going. And I just kind of sat and I observed. And I said, I observed what was being said, how it was being said, and what it was doing. It was triggering people. It was making people fearful. It was making people react. And I wasn't liking that energy. And I said, wow, this is really different for this person to show up like this. Normally they come and they're clear and, and I even said, when I saw the person, I said, wow, they look a little different. I said, So I'm watching the energy and I'm watching how this person's talking. And I'm watching what's being presented. And it became chaotic energy. The energy that was being thrown, how it was being said. The person even stated that they were angry. And you could see it in the person's face as they are on this platform in front of all these people doing this. And I said, wow, look at this playing out. Chaotic magic. This person's smart. They're going to use this energy to manifest something on this full moon night. I wonder what was going on in this person's life 16 years ago. What happened? What is this person now trying to conjure? And I just looked at that, and then I just said, you know what? I'm too divine. I'm too high to watch this. Goodbye. Then I conveniently went over to the person's page and unsubscribed myself to their system. I said, I'm glad you're really showing your true essence of who you are. And that's what this month is all about, as well as this whole year, is people are being exposed of who they really are, what they really represent, And I just find it very interesting that the level that this person went to be chaotic and was being very aggressive and attacking to people who were speaking their mind and questioning the energy of and the integrity of this person that was talking and saying things. So I was just like, wow. And chaotic energy, when it's being done, they come in very slow and then they start setting off triggers, emotional triggers. They know exactly what to say to get people to respond the way they want them to respond. I mean, it went as far as, they'll show you what they want you to see, and everything is just put together the way they want you to see everything, even on these media platforms. And if you're just doing the scrolling on this and this and this and this and blah, 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 and you're not out there on foot doing things, you're not out there making changes, and I'm like, wow. Who crowned you as the be-all of it? So I left it. And then I was sitting with it, and I talked it over with a friend last night and said, I think I got exposed to chaotic magic, but I left because I didn't want that energy in my space. And that's what it's going to be like now, where everyone, you have to be cautious of whose information you're receiving, what tone of vibration are they coming in at, what words are they saying. I saw somebody that was talking and every word he was saying was the N word. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why are you talking like that? I get the F word and S word. I get that, saying, but why are you saying that? That's such a low vibrational word in the first place. And I really don't care what anybody says about how it's a historic. I don't give rat's butt about that. It's a negative word. It has negative vibrations to it, period. And I don't care how it's used against anybody, period. So I was just like, just looking at that. So when that comes in, it's all about triggering. It's all about getting people to have a negative response, get you all riled up, and then they're doing this. Now they're going to take it and use it for what they want. And I was just like, wow, this person that's having this person on their platform and, not saying anything, trying to keep it kind of smooth, but kind of make me question the integrity of that person. And then I started looking at, it was the weirdest thing. After I got off of that, I went and smudged and cleansed and got that specimen detached. I started sitting and looking at connecting the dots of the energy of the people that normally come on that show. Some are really good. Some have the light. But there's others I'm questioning if they're real, if they're what are they about? Big name people. I'm sitting here wondering, what are you about? And how they're being exposed. Here on Be So Light, this is what you get. This is me. Today I didn't go all makeup out because I woke up early to do some medicine work. And I'm just showing up as just me, keeping it real. You can like it or not. I don't care. What I do care about is respect. I go to your house, I'm going to respect your house. I'm 58 years old. I got time on this planet. I got blood in the game. Let's put it like that. Got wounds and blood in the game and scars to prove it. Okay? So, it's not my first time in a rodeo. And my soul is very old. And I see stuff that normal people don't see. And that's what I'm talking about, is how everything is set up, how energetic people, I'll say it that way, certain energetic, low vibrational people want to have some type of fight, some kind of war. And then there's the other side that's saying, no, we don't want that. It's never solved anything. And a lot of the fights and wars and stuff that went on were never really about what it was supposed to be about. It was something else underneath it going on. Something else that they were really fighting. That was happening. So as we move through the rest of this year and things are being exposed, the truth is coming up, the light is getting stronger. Those that are at that lower vibration, that are coded in that way, they're not going to be able to stay. And yes, I'm pretty sure there'll be some surprises. But here's the bottom line. What timeline is that anchoring on? What timeline are you witnessing? What's the timeline? Because I guarantee you, this particular person did not speak about the fact that United States Corporation doesn't exist anymore. It's down. It's been taken down. So whatever happened or came in on that is not real. It wasn't truth. So whatever was on that timeline, on that corp, not real. And they played it out. This particular being that just recently stepped down wasn't really in. And so anything that was paired up with that can't represent that really, because it wasn't real. And this is where all of us are sitting back looking, saying, how far are these non-beings gonna take this? And then those that fall for the Kool-Aid follow this and think it should be like that. You know? I'm not interested in Camilla. When I see that word, I see Kali. I feel the energy, and this is just my personal take on it. When I see her, I see Hillary. That's what I see. That's the feeling I get from her. I don't feel any love from this person at all. And I'm not saying it for anybody that's in political. They don't have any love for us or whatever. It's all about how to keep the contract, but the contract is coming to, is has ended, and now what's the game plan to try to still keep what they want? So everybody can still keep the enslavement system going. All I care about is the safety of the children, humanity being freed out of an enslavement system that they were put into against their will at freaking birth. That's what I care about. That's what I stand for. It's freedom in that. Everybody deserves to live a life of peace. To not have to worry about anything. And to see these low-ball, energetic people running around not really using their divine Heka in a very good way, they're using it in a chaotic way, it's really a high disservice when we're moving up in such a higher realm. And I'm not talking just 5. I'm talking 6. I'm talking 7. I'm talking 8 and 9. If you so think of yourself unlimited, give yourself permission to have that. The days of just being limited are ending. And we create that. Not these people who are only about the money in their pockets. And that's what this is all about. It's just the money in their pockets. How can we get all of you to just agree with it and fall asleep and just participate and conform? Nah, fuck that. Now, those days are over. Welcome to the new light. Welcome to the new divine ones who are claiming their light. And we see you. We see what you're doing. And when I was witnessing that, I said, wow, I wonder if everyone's paying attention to how this energy is moving, and wondering if they're understanding that this is chaotic magic playing right in front of them on a full moon in Capricorn. Yeah. So In the days to come, those that can see will see it very clearly. And those that are running the muck and mire and saying all this twisted stuff and doing this twisted dance to get others to doubt, to be in fear. Give me a break. We don't have time for that shenanigans. We don't have time for that. We got more important things to do on this planet than to be playing that type of game. But isn't that what they always do? Isn't that how they've kept us in this? Is through that fear and control? That type of manipulation? I don't know about you, but I am not consenting to any of that. I don't care what you're connected to. I don't care what you see. I don't care what I care about is how you're showing up. Is your light bright or is it dim? And is it leaning too far to darkness in a way that doesn't serve humanity? That has been hurting humanity for quite some time. And you're supporting that. You're okay with what happens to the children, or has been happening to people in general that come up missing. You're okay with that if you're supporting those energies. So my whole thing is this. I do not vote for anything to rule over me. Period. I don't vote. Because look at our country. Look at the lies and deceits. What is it going to take for everyone to just stand in their sovereign, stand in their divinity of who they are, and hold people accountable for what they do? Accountability and responsibility is on the table now. And somebody's going to own it, one way or another. Because Mama Karma is going around and she's going, boom, 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 boom. Activating it. So in the days to come, it's going to be very interesting to watch how things unfold. One thing for sure, one timeline has been completed, and that timeline shows an outcome of what is to be. Period. So when the time is up, the time is up. And a new era has to begin. But we, the ones that hold our light, the ones that stand in the divine source connection that owns it 100%, we can change that. We can not consent to chaotic magic energy throwing us into rifts with each other. We don't have to do that. And I'm tired of seeing race of people of my complexion tearing each other down. Knock that crap off. You're more than that. Quit it. This is not about a color thing. This is about humanity. And if you can't get that straight, maybe you don't need to be here on this planet. You need to go find another system to go to. We got work to do down here. And being all mushed up with each other and mad at each other is not going to get the job done. That's not what we're here to be doing. Fighting amongst each other. Ripping each other down. Someone didn't get enough time in the sandbox with their pail and their little bucket and their little scooper, their shovel. Come on now. So be aware, be very watchful in the days to come on what platforms you're going to and listening to information. Because if it makes you feel bad and you start feeling kind of like getting anxiety, you start feeling upset, you start to get angry, and that person is just boom, 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 boom. Now, I'm not saying that truth, when people speak truth, it needs to be heard. Yes, sometimes truth doesn't feel good. No, it doesn't feel good. Okay, we've been in sleepy land for quite some time. A lot of chaotic, magical things were spellbound over us to keep us asleep. Now, if you pay attention to how, and I'll use the vampire scenario, when you take out the main vampire, all those that were underneath the vampire that didn't take the final step to really become vampires, they get unvampired. They return back to their human selves. That's what's happening. The main vampires have been taken out. And so now the spells of chaos and all of that is coming undone in such a way that is allowing us to see clearer, to hear clearer, to be. So just imagine what's it going to be like by the end of the year. Oh, there's some stuff coming. And everybody's watching. United States. So how are we going to show up is the question. What's more important? Your path, how you show up as an individual, how you hold your sacred energy, how you flow on your sacred purpose and your mission, and not giving a damn about what these NPCs, lower vibrational beings are doing, gatekeepers, watchers, all of the above. Did I miss anybody? Oh, xenomorphs. There you go. So, we're into the end game. And this is where it counts more than ever to stay focused. To really stay focused. No matter what. Don't give your light away. You're not for sale. There's no negotiations for that in anything. Now's the time when you really think about where's your energy going? How are you feeling? And when someone comes into your space, whether it's on Instagram or these YouTubes or Facebook and what, how's their energy? How are they holding? What's the words they're saying? My intention when you come and you see my info is to make you think, to keep you inspired, keep you empowered, help you to realize you can make the changes. You're the solution to your issues. You just have to be willing enough to face it and to get in there and do the work. Don't leave it all on the plate of the healer or the one that you're going to do it all for you. No, 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 no. You need to do it. You created it. You uncreate it. That's how this works now. Accountability, responsibility. All of us have to own our part. But there it is. There's back. See? So every time when I say something that's of the truth of itself, I've been noticing. Say something that's of the truth of itself, I've been noticing the little AI algorithm comes on and says, "Oh, there's been some fluctuations in connections, and there is a lot of solar flares going on with the sun. But I'm going to stay true to what I've seen and just pay attention." Because I was, let's just put it like this. I was highly disappointed. But then again, I was very thankful at the same time to see the truth of this person. And that just makes me that much more look at the integrity of the whole entire platform of this individual and people that come on it. And like I said yesterday, after it's all said and done, by the end of the year, there's about a good 75 to 80% of the people on YouTube are not here for the highest good. It's just not good. So, and I don't waste my time with lower vibrational people because it's just sad. Everything is just kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. And I think as the days go on and we watch things come down, as they come down, it's going to be very interesting. And it's going to give everybody a different perspective of what part you play. What side of the road are you on? So, think about that. Think about it, think about it, think about it. That moon was crazy last night. And it was really intense. But it's that full moon in Capricorn. It's the second full moon we've had in a 1 month period of time. And that moon is all about what have you been dealing with for 16 years? What happened 16 years ago? Back in 2009, all the way up to now. Is that still something that's bothering you? Have you recovered? Have you healed it? Have you moved past it? Where are you sitting within yourself? And I think a lot of us are in that place where we have to really look at our intention and our purpose or why we're here. And just be very aware that chaotic magic energy is very prevalent and is being used very much for some people to take advantage of your energy as a feeding. And for me to witness that and see it, I was just like, wow. And here's the thing. If I was 20 years younger, I would have just been like, oh, wow, just not even putting it together. But like I said, I'm 58 years old. I got skin in the game, blood in the game, wounds in the game, scars in the game. Been on this planet for quite some time. Not my first time in a rodeo. Okay. Very old soul here. And when I just saw that energy, I was able to just really say that doesn't feel right. And that's where you should be within yourself. When something doesn't feel right, give yourself permission to exit. Give yourself permission to say, oh, I don't like the way how that makes me feel. I got to step out of it. Because in the end, I like that. You want to step out of something that's not feeling good. So I just pulled 2 cards from, I love this, Oracle of Dafia. And her main thing is know thyself. And people should know thyself. The first one is called the devotee. Dedicated, inspire, acquire, emerge. Being a devotee. What are you being devoted to? Okay. The second one is the temple. It's all about the devote. It's commune and reflect. The temple, I love this. It's beautiful. Sanctify. And when we look at that, I like this. The book even comes with the colors. So pretty. It says this: your ever-evolving commitment to your sacred quest reawakens your soul memory and expands your intuitive awareness. You are sacred. Walk in your divinity with strong sense of self. Radiate your light of love. Okay? A lot of people forget their divinity. They're so busy trying to be destructive with their chaos, they forget their divinity. Have you ever noticed that? They just forget. And they keep emerging themselves into that energy. The temple, return to your inner temple. Open your heart. Connect to the source and become one with divine. Intention is a magical invitation. You may also be guided to hold space for a circle, creating a nurturing haven for a community to come together in devotional communion with Spirit. How many people do that? How many of you just, come together in sacred space and be there, just to hold space? We call that in medicine time, someone's going to, in the tribe's going to have surgery. We go and hold space for them. Do sometimes if it's an elder that's going in for surgery, they'll say, can you hold my medicine bag or da-da-da-da-da and hold space for me? And yeah, you're holding space. But right now we need to hold space for the utmost divine outcome of everything on this planet, for the highest good of humanity. We need to free ourselves from the energy of chaotic spells and magic, and not consent to anyone who's speaking in a low vibration with their heka, and it's hurtful or it's so triggering. Now, when I'm teaching something and I know that it's going to come up and it's going to be, I will give a warning. I will say, just to warn you, this is going to be kind of triggering or blah, 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 I'm not trying to hurt you. I always give a warning. But when people are doing chaotic magic, there's no warning. It comes in very subtle. And this doesn't just happen on a platform. This can happen anywhere. This can happen when somebody is low in energy and they want to strike up chaotic energy to get your attention so that you will respond the way they want you to respond so they can get that energy and use it for what they want to use it for. Okay? So in the days to come, pay attention to the words that are being said, how it makes you feel, and who's saying it. And what do they look like when they're saying it? What do you know about that person? What do you know about their energy? How do they represent themselves? Are they authentic? Because you know what? That's a key to have to get into the higher realms. Yes, lovelies, let me just bring you up on that. What do, what do? Yes, you gotta be authentic. You don't get to pretend like you're something and then show up like something else. No, no, no. You won't get through the door that way. No, no, no. You have to be authentic now. You have to be real. And some beings on this planet are going to have a difficult time with that because they're not authentic, because they're not running good integrity. They don't stand in divinity. They know nothing about love. Period. They know nothing about truth of humanity. Period. So that's a key to get to these next levels. Are you authentic? Do you have integrity? Are you true to your words? Do your words match your steps? I know sometimes we all have a couple trips and falls here and there, but it all depends on how you get up and dust yourself off and keep going. How are you showing up? What is the feeling? What is the energy? And when you show up in a strong, positive energy of self, people love that. They are attracted to that. But when you show up in a lower vibration of yourself, people are like questioning, what's going on? What's happening? And that's what was happening last night with this individual. And I was like, wow. What's going on here? So, each and every one of you, guess what time it is? It's time for you to really pay attention to where your energy is connecting into. That's why I tell people who come on and they're going to come up here and be saying crazy stuff. You know, a lot of times it's 3-letter agents doing stupid stuff. And I say it. I said, do you know what you're stepping up into? Do you know what this platform is all about? Do you realize that I work with frequencies and light codes and I can imprint that energy on you to help you claim your light? Yeah. So, with that being said, please pay attention to what you might get drawn into. So those things are still happening. Notice how I just keep on going, keep on telling, keep on talking. So if it's shut off and doing reconnection and all that shenanigans, whatever. So everyone be good to yourself. And the hanger mans, I don't have no idea what that is. Be good to yourself and have a good day today. Okay, be mindful. Be aware of your energy, where it's going. Okay, be aware of that. All right, lovelies, I'm going to go take a nice, luxurious bath because I like doing things like that. And just be quiet and rest and eat some nice, wonderful, nourishing foods and drink my frequency water and be at peace. It's going to be a hot day today. Yes, hot. Wish I was on the East Coast where there was rain and thunderstorms and partake in all those beautiful ions. Over here it's hot and dry. Hot. Now, all right, loves, be good to yourself. I just wanted to come on here and just bring awareness. So if you start feeling that on some of the places where you're getting some info and all of a sudden it starts taking a turn, just be respectful and just bow the hell out and say, not my frequency, not my alignment, and just leave, just like I did. Just like, oh, gotta go. You're going too far over there, and I'm not over there. I'm right here, and I'm right here, and I'm right here, and I'm right here. All right? All right, lovelies. Be good to yourselves. I hope this kind of brings awareness to you. So if you were feeling some weird stuff with certain places where you were going and getting info and it started making you feel weird, now you know what it is. Chaotic magic. It's been used a lot. Okay. All right, lovelies. Be good to yourself. Much love.